Hello, my name is Mariana. I'm Brazilian. I'm a graphic designer, and here I'm working as a web developer, which is challenging, but I like it a lot. I don't know, I fight Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu, and I love it.
Okay.
And I'm really into sports.
Which part of Brazil are you from?
I'm from São Paulo.
Okay. Were you born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago did you come to Canada?
6 months, I think. Was December 6th.
December 6th. Okay.
Yeah.
So just about 6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Tell me a little bit about your childhood, growing up. What kind of girl were you?
So my parents have us, me and my brother have a big brother. They have us really young. My mom was 19 when she had the first child. Yeah. So at first, I think mostly for my brother was hard because they are kind of testing.
You have older brother. Okay.
They were learning how to be parents and all.
Yeah.
And they didn't decide where they want to live. So basically, when I was really young, I had to move a lot.
Yeah.
But when they finally decided where they want to spend the rest of their lives, I just stay there since forever.
Yeah.
Until now.
Yeah.
So I can
nice.
Come here.
Were you into sports? What kind of kid were you?
I was a really quiet child. Like I am right now, like a quiet person. I like to observe first and just kind of learn where I am, the environment, and then I start talking.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I was shy because I'm not, but I had like my own time.
Yeah.
So at first I didn't have that much friends.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of knowing everything.
Yeah, trying to understand the environment.
Trying to understand and see who I want to be with, or
right.
So I was kind of awkward at first.
Okay.
But later I started making a lot of friends, and they are my friends until now.
For
so
life.
I have like 20 years of friendship with them right now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What about like in school? What kind of stuff were you interested in growing up?
I have like phases of. At first, I was really into sports, so I was dancing, like ballet, and you have like gymnastics.
Yeah, gymnastics. Yeah.
So I did that too. My mom tried to put me to do tennis, but I couldn't reach the ball. I couldn't see the ball. It was really hard. So she was really ashamed, and she was like, "No, not for you." And then volleyball, and I liked that a lot. So I think I grew up playing volleyball.
Yeah.
And I was really into sports. But later, I got into this weird teenage phase, so I was kind of in a dark mood. So I didn't like anything or nobody.
You hated everything.
I just want to be alone with my music and doing stupid things, like didn't go to class to just be in the sun or something.
Yeah.
I was kind of rebelling.
Yeah, that's a normal teenage thing to do, right? Teenagers do different weird. Oh no, I'm seeing it with my kids slowly.
I hope they are not as bad as I was, because I was crazy. I don't know what happened.
Tell me some crazy things you did as a teenager.
Well, at first I decided I didn't like to learn Portuguese, so I wasn't.
As a teenager?
Yeah, we have like Portuguese.
Oh, like yeah.
Forever is like demanding. So I decided that I wouldn't go to any classes.
Yeah.
I didn't need it. So every time...
This is in high school, right?
Yeah. So every time I had like Portuguese, I was like, not going. And I go down to the football, to the soccer
field
that we had. And I had like my bikini down under
your clothes.
Yeah, under my clothes. And I'm just
sunbathing.
It took like a month maybe for them to realize that I wasn't going to the classes. I was just taking some downstairs. And that's one thing. And around my 15, I think, I like to skip from my house to go out. Okay. And I wasn't going out to regular, like, my friend's house or something. I like to go to kind of rock and roll pubs.
Yeah, like nightclubs.
Yeah, and I was 15. So it was.
Were you using a fake ID to get in? How were you getting in?
I didn't need to. I don't
they just
know.
let you in.
In Brazil, they
don't care.
Yeah, they don't really care. As long as you're paying, they don't care.
Okay.
So
Did you get into any trouble?
yeah,
A little bit.
the second time I did it, my parents found out, so they were like watching me all the time and I didn't know. So by the end of the night, they showed up like, surprise!
Oh no.
And I was with my like older friends and all. I was like, oh no.
I got caught.
It was really bad. But they were really nice, so the only thing they did was talk to me about it, how wrong that was and how bad it is for me to be with bad old people and what was happening in school, because my grades were going down. I was always like the best student in class. Not the best, but I was...
You were top.
Yeah. I was doing well until my teenage goal. It was like crazy. But they kind of deal well with it.
Nice.
But they're glad it's over.
So how long did it take to get out of that phase?
3 years, I think.
3 years, yeah.
Long 3 years for
probably
them.
like 18, so all of high school.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we have like this, every time we are going out of high school, so we are 17 to 18, we have to take this trip. We don't have to, it's just like, we do it because we like it. It's like a spring break here, but it only happens in this time. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the time for kids going crazy, right?
Yeah, of
so
course.
we are underage, but we can drink.
Yeah.
And we are with adults. They're supposed to care about us.
But they don't.
Be around, but they are not. So everybody knows that, and the parents is still like, okay, I trust you, can go, but
all kinds of crazy stuff happens.
You just get drunk, and it's not nice. You're a child. Now I know, but it was, it was. I think the last time I did something really weird.
Was just towards the end of high school.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you decide to do after high school?
Well, I always know that I want to do something related with art.
Okay. What kind of art are you? Do you draw a lot, or?
I do.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen your drawings.
Really?
I should check it out. Yeah.
When I was a child, I would like to paint, so I was doing this oil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was doing it for 10 years maybe.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But then I decided I didn't. Well, teenager.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do anything anymore, so I stopped doing this.
Okay. So after high school, you knew you were into arts?
Yeah, and I decided to do fashion design.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, but I never worked with this.
Yeah.
I like the graphic part of it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the rest of it, like production, fabric. And it wasn't for me.
You weren't into it.
Yeah, I like drawing and graphics.
Just the design, just on paper,
design.
or on the computer.
I feel like when we leave school, we are not really ready to find
the real life. Like, you don't really know.
We don't know all the careers we can have. We don't know anything about anything. So I just had to decide something. And fashion was something I thought I would like, and I did. It was really nice studying for 4 or 5 years.
Oh, you did it for 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did an extra year because I decided to change school.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when I was done with that, when I left the college, I was like, no, I don't want to work.
That's not what I want to do.
I want to work in this field. I like fashion, but I don't want to do clothes. Not for me.
Okay.
So I decided to work with the graphic part.
Okay.
I ended up working in magazines and agents.
So just graphic design?
Just graphic design, and that's how I became like a graphic designer on my own.
So you were doing print design mostly?
No, never print. I was just deciding to go to fashion magazines.
Okay.
So it's like, who cares about what I learned? I'm just gonna go to the other side, like publicity or not.
Yeah, so you were designing like ads and stuff for fashion magazines?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. How long did you do that for?
Almost 2 years, and then I've been working as a graphic designer for 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
But for magazines, 2 years or something, and then I decided they couldn't give me enough money to leave, so I had to change that, and I went to agencies. They were kind of doing PR
Yeah.
for big brands, and I have to do the graphic things for the digital part. And I really like this.
You enjoy that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Digital was my thing. I was like, okay, now.
So your life is inside of Photoshop.
Yeah, I love Photoshop. God, I really do. It's like I'm really good at it. I really like it. And then I was like, I was never comfortable enough with what I learned, so I always think that I have to study more. I have to learn more.
You always have room for improvement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I decided to do UX design.
Okay, yeah.
25 or something.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yeah, the future is not here.
Isn't this
I need
right,
to do
right.
something. And I went to California and stayed there for 6 months.
Which part of California?
San Francisco.
Nice.
Yeah.
I lived there, you know that, right?
Really? No,
Yeah, I lived in the Bay Area
Oh God.
for 15 years.
Me too.
Yeah. Which part of Bay Area?
Was close to Walnut Creek.
No way.
Yeah.
That's like less than 30 minutes from where I live.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh God, it was so cool.
I lived in San Ramon, Danville, which is just, you know where it is?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, when did, that's crazy. Okay, small world.
Yeah.
Okay. When did you live there for how long?
I stayed there for 6 months. My parents for 1 year or something.
Okay. When is this? When
I
was this?
25, so 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, and what did you do there? You worked for a graphic design company, or?
How did I do that?
No, what did you do?
Oh,
what were you
okay.
doing? Yeah.
So I was there, and my parents were living there, so it was kind of easier to just pay for things.
You don't have to.
I didn't have to work, but my parents, they don't like that much that I don't work, so I have to pay for my things. You were grown up, so just work.
She just went to work.
Yeah, pay for your stuff, and they're right, you know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So I decided to go for startups.
Okay.
And I went to a fashion startup that did content for blogs, fashion blogs. And they kind of have this marketplace, and they were going to Brazil, so I was like,
oh, that's perfect.
I'm in the perfect field, but they didn't pay that well. So startup, they're starting, you know. They don't have that much money, but it was really nice because I was learning a lot with them. So it was fun.
Yeah.
But
why did you leave? Why did you leave California? Usually people don't want to leave California. When you get to California, it's like, okay, I'm staying here.
Yeah, I didn't want to leave at all. It was like the best place. I love the weather. I love everything about it. Yeah. And close to nature. It's like Canada with
sun.
Better weather. Yeah.
With a lot of sun.
And so my parents, they had to go back. To Brazil. They have like a few things there they have to take care of. They have business.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I can be here alone. My parents won't pay for me to be here. I don't have money.
Oh, so you couldn't afford it on your own.
I couldn't afford it, and I was dating someone. There was not just that.
Somebody else.
And I was with him for 8 years, so it would be a long, long talk about like, just staying here, and you can stay in Brazil, and that's it.
Okay.
It'd be awkward. So I had like a bunch of issues.
So he was in Brazil?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it was a long distance relationship. Is hard.
Yeah. It was good.
It was good. It was a nice break.
It was a nice break.
So you go back to Brazil after California, and then you go back.
Minded. My brain was like.
Yeah, because now you're basically in Silicon Valley. It's a different world there.
And I saw like people, they're putting their money in knowledge. They're putting their money in doing something, build some companies, and trying to build their ideas. Because we all have a bunch of ideas. And we don't know what to do with it.
We don't know exactly. So you saw potential for entrepreneurship,
it's
basically.
It's like a whole different world, completely different. And I wasn't ready for it. I was literally a child when I was there, and I was 25. I wasn't ready for the world, I think. And I went back to Brazil, and I was like, okay, so I can work for a while. I can just make some money, and then I have to do something for my own. So I have to
Right. Start my own company.
I have to make my own business or something. Because I feel like in a few years, there won't be jobs for everyone.
Yeah, things are changing.
So if you don't change, you're just behind everybody.
Yeah, you have to adapt.
You have to adapt.
Yeah.
So that was my concern. So I decided, okay, so I'm gonna find better jobs that pay me well, and I can do
save up money.
Save money and do something with this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I can't stop studying. I don't know what happened to me.
You're a perpetual student. Huh?
Yeah. So I went back to Brazil, and I met Jose, and he was doing his master's degree, and I was like, okay, maybe I should make my master's too. It's time, right?
Yeah.
So I decided to do.
So you decided to get your master. You went back to school.
Yeah, I went back to school.
Okay.
And I graduated as master's in marketing.
Oh, you took marketing this time. Okay.
I was changing. I want to know.
No more fashion.
No.
Now it's marketing.
I'm changing.
Well, it makes sense. If you wanted to start your own company, you're thinking I better know a little bit of marketing. Yeah.
So I can be my own company.
Yeah, exactly.
Investing in it.
One man show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy,
or one woman show in your case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I finished it, and I was dating Jose at the time, so we were talking about what we want to do for the rest of our lives. How should we spend our money? And ever since we met, actually it's a funny story how we met. Ever since we met.
Well, tell me the story. You can't just drop that and say it's a funny story.
We study at the same school for our whole lives, but he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So I couldn't care less about him.
Yeah, he's younger. Right?
He's younger.
So you mean high school?
No, I mean like our whole lives. Like
your whole? No way. So you'd known him for that long, but you're just like whatever. It's just that kid.
Just that kid. I don't care. And my best friend was kind of dating one of his friends at some time. So she became friend of Jose too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't care less. I didn't know him.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So I was back in Brazil from California, and I was single now.
Yeah.
And I was looking, my friends forced me to make this Tinder account.
Okay, yeah.
It's really bad, don't do it.
I definitely want to.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing you can ever do is like a magazine full of pictures and have to choose the person by the look.
Yeah.
It's stupid. So I matched with Jose, and I saw him with Tasia, which is my best friend.
Your friend, yeah.
So I called her. I was like, okay, so I got this match with this guy. I'm pretty sure I saw him somewhere, and he's your friend, right? His name is Jose. And she started laughing like non-stop. I was like, what's happening? And she was like, yeah, he studied with us our whole life. I was like, okay. So I don't know him. She was like, no, but he's a nice guy and he's safe. So
so you can go ahead.
You can go out with him, but if you have some problem, let's agree. We have this agreement every time we go out with someone new. Yeah. In 30 minutes, we call her when we are getting
just
out
so
of the house.
Just so you can get out, right?
Yeah, and the other person is ready with the phone in the hand. 30 minutes, and we call to each other, and we say, "Are you okay?" And the person say, "Yes." Okay, we turn off the phone, and life goes on. But if she said like, "Oh my God, no," and you have to just
then you have to rescue them.
Happened, like, "Oh my God, I just crashed my car. You need to save me."
Yeah.
So she can.
So you can get out. Exactly.
So I was in this first date. I was talking to Jose in Tinder, but I hate this app. So I was like, okay, so just grab my phone, text me if you want. Yeah. But I just can't handle this anymore.
Yeah.
And I deleted the app. And he kept talking to me, and was like, I was talking to him, like, okay, so now I feel like I need to learn Muay Thai.
Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. I'm just like that.
That's so random.
Yeah. And he was like, okay, I'm doing this jiu-jitsu thing. I didn't know about jiu-jitsu at all.
You didn't know about jiu-jitsu at all. You're Brazilian.
Yeah. I was like, okay, and he was like, in my gym. We have
you can do Muay Thai.
Yeah, so you can go. Like you can go one day, and then you just
just try it.
Yeah, and you can go and meet me in the gym. I was like, no, I won't meet you after Muay Thai. I'll be all red and weird,
sweaty, and
smelly. I don't.
That's not a good first date.
And he was like, oh, okay. And I was in the gym. I was for the first class in Muay Thai on the Friday. It was like 3 days later.
Yeah.
And I thought he wouldn't go, but he was there.
Well, you showed up.
And, he was watching the whole thing. So by the end of the Muay Thai class, I was like dying, sweaty. I was like, oh my God, I need to sleep. And he was like, hey, Jose. I was like, no.
Not now.
And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna do my jiu-jitsu, then we can go for a beer or something. And I was like, yeah, why not?
Now you get to watch him suffer and sweat.
Yeah, but I decided not to. I went home and
changed.
Yeah, I need to take a shower. It was really bad. So yeah, we went to this bar, started dating, we started talking, and I found out that he was in my whole life.
That's crazy.
But I never met him.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to your story now. Okay. So you guys were dating, you got your, you said I'm going to go get my master's degree, and you were talking about future and planning.
And since the first day, we always talk about traveling, living somewhere new.
Oh, and nice. Okay.
Like, I don't know, just
getting
travel
out,
a lot, do some adventures,
seeing different places.
Yeah, try different places, different cultures, see if you like it. So at first he was like, okay, so let's do something to help people. We can give classes for free to this. There's this camp somewhere, but there's this thing about me, it's just that he hates spend money, and I hate spend my time. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
The combination is good.
I know. So we have to find something that
doesn't take a lot of time, and you don't have to spend money.
Yeah. And it needs to be like an okay price.
Yeah.
Otherwise you wouldn't go.
Yeah.
So I was like, no. So we can go and it will be free. And I was like, okay, so how we gonna make money there? And he was like, no, so we won't. And then he's just thought it was like, no,
it's not gonna work.
There's no money. I can do it. I was like, okay, so not that. And we started talking about other things, and he was like, yeah, what about Australia? Let's go to New Zealand or something really far. I was like, yeah, let's do it. What we're doing there?
What's the plan?
What's the plan? I was like, yeah, we can study and
again.
Whatever, we do something. And when he said study, I was like, oh, again. And I was like, that was my thought for like a week. I was like, yeah, I want to study again. Like, no, you're not even finish your master's, you know, you don't want to study.
Go to school again.
Just take some vacations.
Yeah.
And he'll start looking for it and talk to his parents. Yeah. But the thing is, his brother, he has a young brother, was living United States, so he was the only child for a while in his household. Okay, so I'm leaving and I'm going to the other side. Yeah. And they were not happy about it. And my parents, they're young, so they have like this crazy ideas. Just they're really excited. Yeah, so just do it. Go live somewhere else. Do something.
It will be fun.
Yeah, it will be fun. You will enjoy it. We can visit here. It will be nice. Yeah. But for his parents, it was scary because they're thinking about our child, and if we are not thinking
over there,
about that,
else,
they're thinking about everything, you know.
Yeah.
And I understand that, so it was like, okay, so not Australia, not somewhere all this far. Yeah. And he was like, okay, so let's find something different. And my brother, he studied here for a while. He was doing English only, and he was
here in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was really young. I don't remember what age, but he always talked nice things about here. So I was like, yeah, maybe Vancouver, but not sure. And we start thinking, okay, so we can go to colder places, right? Yeah. So let's go to Fredericton or something, New Brunswick. And I was checking the weather. I was like, no way.
It's minus 50.
No
That's not gonna work.
I can't live like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of suffer. So we decided for Vancouver because they told us the weather is better. but it rains a lot.
It rains a lot. Yeah.
So
but it's not cold though.
It's not
it
cold.
rains. Yeah.
Now that spring is really nice. The weather is nice.
Yeah, and then you have the summer. So like
you
get a good 7 months or so, 7-8 months. Then you got rain.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. And then he was like, okay, so let's talk about Canada. What we are doing there? And since we don't like to spend much money and much time, I was like, okay, so let's invest in ourselves. Let's do something that is important for us and for our future. Let's study again, and let's study something that is fresh, that is new, and
that's smart. Yeah.
And something that will just add to all the things we already learned. Because I was learning a lot of crazy things, like kind of match, but not that much. And he was like always in the same field, business. So why not IT? Like, it's the future, right? It's technology, it's future related, we can do a bunch of things.
And it can tie into your past experiences.
So you was like, let's do this. How are we gonna do? We're gonna do like both of us studying, one studying, the other one working. How it's gonna be? And then I start talking to you. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I remember emails.
That was crazy.
A lot of
I was
emails.
sending like thousands of emails because I had a lot of concerns. And I had to explain everything to his parents and my parents. So it was like a bunch of doubts, and we are doing this short time. It was like not even 1 year. I think it was like 6 months deciding, and we are here.
We gotta go. I know. It was crazy.
So that's how we end up here.
Nice. Tell me a little bit about. I don't think, doesn't sound like it. Tell me a little bit about the process of choosing the school. So because I know there are people, maybe in Brazil that watch these things because they're looking for schools, and there's a lot of confusion because there are a lot of schools. Like you decide to come to Vancouver, you have so many choices, right? I mean, just walk around 10 minutes right here in downtown and you have a whole bunch of schools, right? What was that process of choosing a school like for you?
Oh, it was hard. We started talking to a bunch of companies, and we were watching YouTube videos like everybody does, I think. And people were saying all the crazy things and saying how much money we have to spend and whatever the process was to come here. And every time I was feeling that I was being like misguided. They're making these accounts. I was spending a lot of money to spend 1 year here. I was like, no, that's not possible. That's not fair. How can I get that money? So I started researching for myself. I was like, no, I don't need any company to do it. I'm smart enough. I can do it by myself. I
can figure it out.
So I selected a few schools that I liked the course, the
programs.
The schedule, the programs. And I showed to José. So I showed him one school that was about doing apps, was IT for doing apps. I'm not quite sure how they related. And he was like, but it's, I don't know, what if we don't like doing apps? What are we gonna do with this?
It's very specific.
It was really specific. And so we've been through like maybe 3 or 4 schools. And we were deciding about the programs, and I started talking to you, and you pretty much made everything happen because I trust you. So ever
I appreciate
since,
that. Over email, it's hard to trust somebody over email.
I watched the video first. You have like a video with audio. So I was like, okay, they seem serious. They are doing this. It looks kind of new, and I like that. So I'll just make some questions and see how it goes.
How they respond.
So like 100 emails later, I was like showing everything to our families. I was like, okay, I trust him. So I think we should invest our money in the school. And you have this really nice way to the website that you can see all the ways you can pay for it. And you can calculate everything. So. And actually Canada is pretty easy. You can lower the price of everything, so it was really hard to plan our lives here. And José was like, I can do general programming, which is this course. And I was like, yeah, I can do e-commerce, which is kind of related to everything I'm doing so far. And we just fell in love immediately. It was
nice. Let's start from just the first day, your hotel. Tell me the story from there again.
Okay.
I'll figure it out.
So we were in a hotel close to Burnaby, Kingsway, and we decided to take a walk.
This is day one?
Day one.
Okay.
Let's visit the school, why not?
Oh my God. And you walked all the way down Hastings? Did you walk down Hastings? I hope not.
No, we didn't.
Because then you went right by all the homeless and everything.
We saw the homeless, yes, in our first day.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it was on our way to here. If we did an
That's a crazy walk. How long did it take you?
About 2 hours something. I'm not sure. It was it was really a long walk. Next day we couldn't do anything. Yeah, it was really hard.
So you come downtown.
Yeah, and we saw the sign for the school. I was like really relieved. Like, oh,
thank God it actually exists.
It exists.
They didn't lie to me.
It's fine. Everything is gonna be okay. And Jose was really relieved because we already paid, so he was concerned about his money. And we went downstairs, and I think it was Patrick that was in front
at the door.
Okay. I'm not sure, and he was kind of surprised because I think there was no school at the time.
Oh, maybe, yeah, because you guys showed up right in the middle of the 2 terms, the 1 week of holiday,
And he was like really surprised.
What are you doing here?
Weird at us. I was like, so we are new students, we just want to see the school. And he was really like, okay. It was like an awkward moment, so like maybe we are here in a bad time. And he just showed all the school, and we were really relieved. And there's something that I really like here is that the classes are small.
Yeah.
That's really nice. So you learn more.
Yeah, because you can talk to the instructor.
Yeah, you can ask whatever you want all the time. They keep answering you. And in a big class, it's never happened. Yeah. So we visited the school. We were really relieved. We went back to the hotel.
Yeah.
Not after just take a walk in North End because we were not tired. We went back to the hotel and we were talking about it and was like, okay, so it's the first step now. You know? So we have a month and everything's gonna be different. You know that? And we were like having this argument, and the next step was like, so we have to find a place to live.
Oh, that's right.
So it was the next step. But about the school, once we start doing our classes here, we learned that we have this Toastmasters.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So I was really surprised because, as I told you, I'm awkward at first.
Yeah,
I like
it's
to
hard.
just watch everything, make sure I'm in a safe environment, and then I start talking. But
I called you up there the first day. He's like, introduce yourself.
It was like that. I was like, oh no. No, I just want to go back home. But after this first talk, and if I'm not wrong, the first time we had Toastmaster, you made like a really long speech, right?
Yeah, I was telling everybody what it is and everything.
So you make me really calm that day. Because you're teaching us how to set our goals and how to go for it.
That was in orientation.
That was in orientation, Okay, so how everything will work, and then Toastmasters, what it was and how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, so I think
now I understand what the hell is going on here.
Yeah. I think I'll be okay.
Good. Okay.
So the first week I was kind of scared. Everything was really new, and everybody here is from a different place, right? So we have people from
all over the place.
So I was like, okay, how's gonna be communication here? Everybody speaks English, right?
Oh, God.
So I had these first fears, but by the end of the first week was everything awesome, and
good.
I really love the school.
Okay, awesome. Last question for you. You do jiu-jitsu.
Yes.
Tell me about jiu-jitsu. What you told me about Muay Thai, and then did he make you? Did Jose make you do jiu-jitsu?
I was doing Muay Thai for like 3 years, for maybe 2 years at a time. And I love it. I
enjoy it.
Yeah, punching things, it's fun.
Always, yeah.
So I always like this kind of boy playing thing.
Yeah.
So Muay Thai was really nice for me. And I'm kind of strong, so it was nice to put that in some place safe.
Yeah,
like,
channel it properly.
yeah. And every time I did my Muay Thai classes, I keep watching the Jiu-Jitsu classes to try to understand what was going on there, because it's a bunch of guys just
on top of each other. Yeah.
It's crazy. So I was like, okay, what's going on here? Why they have this much clothes on?
Yeah.
Why they are trying to just strangle each other? What's wrong? So after a few talks to Jose and a few months, I was like, okay, I want to try this.
Yeah.
And he was really excited. I was like, really? I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Surprised.
And our group was like full of men. There's no women there.
Yeah.
Only the professor's girlfriend. She was there a few days a week.
Okay. So it was hard.
But by the time I started, she had this surgery in her knee, so she wasn't there anymore. So I would be the only girl.
Your partners were always guys.
Yeah, so I was scared. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be all blacked eye thing. My mom will be really mad at me. I broke my arm this time. It was like every time I went there, I thought I would lose something, like a finger or maybe an arm or something. And Jose was always trying to do everything with me, and the guys were really nice. And Jiu-Jitsu, it's all kind of about community. You take this really serious. We all take this really serious because I'm part of this now. So it's kind of a family thing. We're part of a group, and they all respect you and try to make, like, you learn as much as you can. They help you whenever they can about everything, not about Jiu-Jitsu all the time. Maybe at home, if you have some problems, we can talk. Right. So it was actually a safer place than Muay Thai.
Yeah. Because you're not getting punched in the face.
Yeah, that's true. And it's actually a really, really nice exercise that you use every part of your body. And I remember the first week I was feeling pain in so much places, and
you didn't even know it existed.
Yeah. Oh my god, why am I feeling this?
What is this?
I think I broke something, I'm not sure. It was a crazy feeling, and later it was all about controlling myself and controlling my mind.
Yeah.
I had to put my body and my mind at the same place.
Yeah.
Control all the moves was really fun, and was a smart choice. I think it's a smart fight. It's not even a fight, it's like martial art, right? It's like a sport. So it was like a safe place to learn things like self-defense. Jiu-Jitsu is really nice, even like combined with Muay Thai, so it was like
perfect. Yeah.
Perfect. And I feel like you have to use your whole body to do it, so you have to learn how to use your weight to kind of put yourself in another above another person.
Right.
Maybe sometimes, like for me, every time they were like heavier than me because they're all men.
They're all guys,
So you have to use it against them. You have to use their weights against them.
Yeah. Understand the balance and everything.
Yeah, exactly, right. And the moves, and your mind have to be like ahead of you. You have to think.
It's like playing chess.
It's like playing chess.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's awesome. I agree.
And it's addictive too.
I agree. I agree to that too. I lied. One more question.
Okay. Yeah.
Where do you see Mariana in 5 years, professionally, in terms of work? Hopefully not doing another degree.
Not studying anymore. I want to put everything that I already learned in practice. So I wish I had, it's not like I wish, I want to make my own company starting from now. Me and Jose, we are talking about it. We're going to talk about that with you too. Okay. We were talking about a few ideas we had. So probably in 5 years, I want to have like a real company. Yeah. Probably with him.
Yeah. Run your own business.
Yeah. Running our own business. Maybe traveling more.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to have like. One thing I like about IT and technology in general is like you're free to work whatever you want.
You can do it from anywhere, yeah.
So maybe traveling a little bit more, putting our families together. It's hard for me to think about future problems with that, but for now I think that's what I can imagine.
That's kind of the plan.
Yeah, it's kind of part of the plan.
Awesome. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it.